Hello, is it okay? Okay, fine, good. So, good afternoon and welcome back to this afternoon session. So, this afternoon we are going to speak about specific formation. I have already sent the questions to our WhatsApp group. And I have also sent a Google translation in Portuguese for our Portuguese congrès. The text is in Portuguese also in the in our WhatsApp group. Okay, so we start with our presentation. We have clarified to some extent what we mean by specific formation. Okay, if we look at the journey of formation that we do, there is the first initial formation, then there is ongoing formation. And in initial formation, we have different steps. There is aspirant, there is a pre-novitiate, there is a novitiate, there is a post-novitiate, and under the post-novitiate we have post-novitiate studies, which is philosophy, Salésien, youth ministry, catechism. That is the 2 or 3 years of philosophy that we do. Then there is a specialization, that is a professional training. Obtaining a degree recognized by the government in the technical field or in arts and sciences, depending upon which field we want to choose. And normally, after the specialization, there is practical training, so that during practical training we can use what we are specialized in. After that, there may be final profession, because we know that final profession can be made 6 years after first profession. So if the post-novitiate studies and specialization and practical training is already more than 6 years, then you can make final profession. Then there is what we call specific formation. There is a period of specific formation both for the brother and the cleric. For the clerics, we know special formation is what we call the theological studies, 4 years. And it normally ends with ordination. That period is called a specific formation. For the brothers, after their practical training, they have to have a period of specific formation at minimum of 2 years. When after the specific formation, then we have ongoing formation. The first 5 years of priesthood or the first 5 years after perpetual profession for youth is called quinquennium, the Latin word quinquennium. And then of course after that first 5 years there is the ongoing formation and last one is like it. So what is important for us, the clarification is to see the difference between specialization and specific formation. Specialization is in blue there, blue, and specific formation is in a shade of red. So these are not the same. Specialization is not same as specific formation. We will not speak about specialization. We will be focusing on specific formation. But before we enter into specific formation, just one more word about the specialization. So our constitution tells us that besides a solid basic qualification, our vocation calls for adequate professional competence, and this often entails specialization. So what is the solid basic qualification meant for all Salesians? 2 years of post-novitiate and the specific formation, that is what we call the basic qualification. And then there is of course the specialization, which is getting a degree from the state government or getting a degree in any subject that we are doing. So we are not going to talk about getting professional training. That's not our concern now. We are going to speak about specific formation. Now let us look at the specific formation within the formation process in general. Constitution Article 97 says, the religious and apostolic nature of the Salesian calling dictates the specific direction of our formation must take, a direction necessary for the life and unity of the congregation. So what determines our formation is our religious and apostolic nature of our calling. What do we mean by religious nature? Religious nature means we have been consecrated by God. Consecrated means we have been called and set apart by God to serve Him. That is the religious nature of the Salesian calling. What is the apostolic nature? Apostolic nature is the mission we are sent to carry out. And the mission is to be signs and bearers of God's love to the end. I may do that by being a parish, I may do that by being a teacher, I may do that by being a counselor, I may do that by being in the technical school. But the mission is not being a teacher, or mission is not being a parish. The mission is to be a sign and bearer of God's love wherever we are. And the parish priest or a teaching or a technical studies, all these are only means for being a bearer of God's love. So the religious nature and the apostolic nature of our calling gives us our identity. I am a Salesian because I am consecrated by, set apart by God in order to be a sign and bearer of God's love for everything. That is my identity. So, what is the purpose of formation? The purpose of formation is acquiring and realizing our identity. Now, what is our identity? Our identity has two poles. One is Jesus Christ, and the other is youth. So, formation must bring me to Jesus Christ and the youth. So, formation for what we call configuring ourselves to Christ. Configure means to become Christ-like. And this was serving you. So, formation must help me to do both this. Become Christ-like and serve you. Now, the Gospel of Mark we read like this. Jesus went up on a mountain side and called to him those he wanted, and they came to him. He he appointed 12 that they might be with him and that he might send them out to preach and have authority to drive out the demons. This is really our vocation. He called to him those whom he wanted and they came to him. So Jesus called those whom he wanted to be with him. That is what we say the Marian dimension. Mary, person like Lazarus, Martha, Mary, Jesus called them to be with him. Okay, so there were many people whom he called to be with him. From among those many people, he sent out the 12. And that those 12 are what we normally call the apostles. And that is what we call the Petrine dimension, the governing dimension or the animating dimension of the church. So in the church, there are two very important dimensions. The Marian dimension, which is to be with Jesus, love for Jesus. And the Petrine dimension, which is to govern this church community. Where do we Salesian brothers situate ourselves in this? We situate ourselves in that Marian dimension. He called them to be with him. We are not sharing, let us say, in the governing ministry or for the church, but we are sharing in that Marian dimension. So, formation must give us two passions. Passion for Jesus and passion for young people. That means intense love for Jesus and great commitment to young people. Now, configuring our descent formation has two dimensions, and our identity has two dimensions. One is Jesus, and the other one is you. Becoming Jesus-like and serving you. But both these are lifelong processes. I may try to be Christ-like every day, but even at the end of my life, on my dying day, I will have to confess that no, I have not become really Christ-like. There is a story told about a young man who wanted to become a monk. And so he went to have an experience of the monastery. And in the monastery, he met a very senior monk. And so he was asking all the questions that he wanted to ask about monastic life, the vows, all this. So he spent 3-4 days there. And by that time, he had become a very great, good friend of this old monk. And now it was time for him to go back to his house to make a final decision. But before going to his house, he asked this senior monk, he said, Abba, you have answered all my questions. But I have one more question. Please don't feel offended. I would like to ask you, what is the greatest mistake you have made in your life? And this old monk replied, they call me a Christian, but I have not become Christ-like. So this becoming Christ-like is a lifelong process. Then Jesus tells us, you will always have the poor with you. And so there will be no time when we will not have poor people to serve. And so poor people will also be there always. So our two poles, Jesus and poor youth, these two will always be there. And that is why formation, which is supposed to bring us closer to Jesus and closer to you, is a lifelong process. Now, within this formation, which is lifelong, there is one period which we call specific formation. So, specific formation is not an end or a goal in itself. It is not done for its own sake. It is a preparation for what comes after. What comes after or what comes always is configuration to Christ and serving you. So specific preparation, specific formation is a preparation for that. We may compare it to university studies. Getting a degree is not for its sake. Getting a degree is for the work that you are going to do afterwards. So also specific formation is actually for becoming Christ-like and for serving you. Now our communication says our formation must have some characteristics. This is not only for specific formation, but all formation must have these characteristics. The first characteristic is that we are formed in the mission. This was a great reminder given to us by Pope Francis during EC 28. He says, we are not formed for the mission, we are formed in the mission. What is the meaning of that? This means that we don't first form ourselves and later go and engage in mission. Rather, we form ourselves by being engaged in the mission. If you look at the life of Don Bosco, this is how Don Bosco formed himself. He did not become a priest and then started working for any people. Don Bosco will tell us that from the time that he was 5 years old, he was interested in catechizing, teaching, gathering people. So that being with young people, all that he did, that is what formed him. This is also how the first Salesians formed themselves. Michael Ruan, Gadiera, etc. They were in the oratory studying to become priests, but at the same time they were helping in the oratory, they were the assistants, they were the ones who looked after the young people. So formation is in mission, not that we first form ourselves and then go and do the mission. The second characteristic is inculturated and contextualized formation. Yeah, we take into consideration both culture and context. Okay, we know what is culture, so we are not going to divide it. But we can say culture is something which is more permanent and widespread, whereas context is more transitory and local. We have an African culture, but we are now here in the context of Yaoundé. So we have to see what is the best thing to do here. So culture is something more widespread, context is more local. Now what is inculturation? Inculturation of the charism means making the charism penetrate, enter into a given socio-cultural milieu and integrating that culture into Salesian life. So Salesian charism is love for young people. I must love the young people of young people of Mozambique in the way that the young people of that place will understand. That is interpretation of the charism. And then what is good in that culture, I will integrate into Salesian life. I will take the art forms, the music forms, the religious values into my tradition. That is interpretation. So Salesian charism is not something that we bring from Moldova. Yes, it comes from Moldova, but it has to be inculcated. So charism is not like a priceless treasure that cannot be allowed to undergo any change. Charism is more like a talent, the parable of the 10 talents. We have to use it, we have to trade with it, give it, share it, and then make it to produce fruit. So in that process, it will undergo some change. That is what we call inculcation. The third characteristic is that formation is a personalized formation. The general goal is becoming Christ-like and serving you. But this does not deprive me of my personality. Jesus formed the 12 disciples, but Peter was different from John. John Bosco formed his collaborators, the first editions, but Rua was different from Caliero. So we configure ourselves to Christ, keeping our personality. But while we keep our personality, we prune everything in us that is not in keeping with Christ. So we have our personality, but we prune it so that it becomes more and more like Christ. The fourth characteristic is shared formation. We know that Salesian mission is shared with the members of the Salesian family and with all people who are willing to work with us. So many join us in order to realize our vision. So since we share our mission and work together with other people to realize it, it is good, it is appropriate that we also be formed together. So we have EC28 telling us that okay, we need to do this formation together. Now, what is the meaning of, what are some of the ways of doing shared formation? Some simple examples: animation programs together for Salesians and lay people. Maybe a seminar together, maybe a recreation together, maybe a retreat together. That means these Salesians join the members of the Salesian family and lay people who are able to join us. We do these things together, then there's a kind of, automatically we form one another. Another way of forming together is the weekend and summer ministries which we do, especially in formation communities. When we go to the parish, we are working with the parishioners, with the other catechism teachers, with the lay people there. So that is a kind of formation. Then working under lay people, especially during practical training, maybe the principal of the school, he may be a lay person. So I am teaching that I am working under that lay person. So we get to know one another, we share, we form ourselves. Then suppose we are talking about formation, we are not talking about focus for here just now. We are talking about formation. Then a practical training, suppose he is a member of the council of that educating pastoral community. Then all the discussions that take place, all the sharing that takes place, indirectly forms you. So formation together does not always mean classes together. Where it is possible, we can also have some classes together. But formation together means that we interact and we learn from one another. Okay, these are qualities or characteristics of formation in general. Now we come directly to specific formation. So what does our constitution say? Our constitution says after practical training, the Salésien goes on to complete his initial formation through a period of formation that may be called specific. So this is the training after practical training, not the specialization that we do before or not the specialization that we do after practical training. Why do we call this specific formation? Because during this time, we focus more on the lay and clerical form of living the one Salesian vocation. In the novitiate, we were together, clerics and brothers. In the immediate post-novitiate, the years immediately we were together, in the service we were together. So that part of formation is formation together. Now it was a specific clerics go to the let us say theology and brothers go to theology but not like the clerics. That is why it is called specific formation. So what does the brother focus on? The brother focuses on becoming a pastor and educator as a lay religious. And the cleric focuses on becoming a pastor and educator as a religious priest. So, we'll just read Article 116 of the Constitutions. The specific formation of the lay Salesian offers him the opportunity to deepen his knowledge of the spiritual heritage of the congregation. He receives an adequate theological preparation appropriate to his concentrated lay stages. And he completes his formation with the educative and apostolic work that awaits him. So what do we do during the specific formation? We come to specific formation. We come to specific formation after practical training. That means I have already lived my religious life 6-7 years. So first thing is I review how I have lived my religious life so far. Then I use that opportunity to deepen my knowledge of the Salesian congregation and the Salesian traditions. Then I acquire the theological knowledge that is necessary to live my vocation. I am supposed to be a pastor and educator. So I need some theological knowledge. Okay, then I try to understand more clearly what is the meaning of being a pastor, what is the meaning of being an educator. And then I try to cultivate, work on myself so that I acquire better the attitudes and virtues that are necessary to be a lay Salesian. So this is the program during specific formation. It has nothing to do with the professional training. Now, when today the church and the congregation speaks of various dimensions in specific training. In 1992, the church published a document called Pastores Davo Boys. That means I give you shepherds. That was about the training of priests. And it said that the training of priests must take into consideration four main areas. The human dimension, the intellectual dimension, the spiritual dimension, and the pastoral dimension. So that is the pastoral of the preach. Then there was a synod on consecrated life. And after the synod, they published a document called Vita Consecrata. That was published in 1996. Vita Consecrata adds one more dimension to the four dimensions that is mentioned in Pastoral Davo. So if you look there, you will see Vita Consecrata speaks of the human and fraternal dimension, cultural and professional dimension, life in the spirit, which is same as spiritual dimension, the apostolic dimension, which is same as the pastoral dimension, and the fifth dimension, the charismatic dimension. Because Vita Consecrata is speaking about religious life, and so each congregation has its charism. And so formation of the congregation must form them in the charism of the congregation. So the charismatic dimension refers to a deepening of the consecration proper to each institute. In one sense, that charismatic dimension, the last one, penetrates all the other things which come before that. For example, I am a Salesian. My intellectual formation will not be in order to become an astronaut or to become a doctor or an engineer, because that is not my charism. So the charismatic dimension will penetrate the intellectual dimension. So also the human formation and all the rest. So there are, let us say, 5 dimensions. So there is a human. So when we speak today about Salesian formation, we speak about the human and fraternal dimension, life in the spirit of the spiritual dimension, intellectual dimension, and educational and pastoral dimension. All these animated by my apostolic consecration. What is this apostolic consecration? Apostle means sent, one who is sent. So to whom are we sent? We are sent to young people. That is the apostolic. What is consecration? Consecration means I am called by God and set apart. My brothers were there in my family, or my sister was there in my family. Jesus did not call them. He called me and set me apart from among others. That is what we mean by consecration. So what did he set me apart? To be with him. Some who we called to be with him, he sends to different ministries. So we will take a look at these 4 dimensions. Look at these 4 dimensions. Suppose the human and fraternal dimension. What is that dimension made of? It is made up of many things. First of all, physical health. I must take care of my body and my health. Then I must take care of my aptitudes, my gifts and my talents. I must develop them. I must develop my sexual dimension. What is the sexual dimension? What is sexuality? Sexuality is basically the energy in me to go out of myself and relate to another person. So sexuality is not intercourse. One way of relating is through intercourse. But all that draws me out to go out to another person is a sexual energy in me. So, in very general terms, sexuality is the energy to relate with others. I must take care of this dimension. I must learn how to bond with others, how to relate with others in a mature way, in a warm way, without losing my role. Then there is the affective dimension. Affective means my feelings and emotions. So I must learn to manage my emotions like fear, anger, joy, sadness, guilt, disgust, surprise. There are plenty of emotions. So I must learn to manage these emotions. Then there is the ethical dimension, which is values and virtues. Master has now received the list that they give us: to love the truth, to be loyal, to respect every person, to have a sense of justice, to be true to their word, to be genuinely compassionate, to be a person of integrity, to be balanced in judgment and behavior. All this is part of my human and fraternal dimension which I have developed. And very often, our problems in community because we are not worked on this. Somebody is doing well, I am jealous of him, I put him down. Somebody hurt me, I don't know how to forgive, and so we keep fighting, we don't talk to each other. So most of our problems are not because he is a priest and he is a brother. It is not a fight between brothers and priests. Priests together, they are not mature, they will fight. So that is why the church says this human dimension is the foundation of all other formation. You cannot have spiritual formation if you don't have a foundation of human formation. Okay, in this human formation, it is very important for us to realize that the church today speaks of the brother as an icon of communion. What is the meaning of an icon? An icon is let us say a symbol. We saw this morning the icon of Emmaus. The icon of the Trinity. So they are, but what do they do? What do icons do? Icons make something present. When I see the Emmaus, the icon of the Emmaus, somehow that experience becomes present to me. And the icon also points to the fullness of what it makes present. So what is the meaning? What is the meaning of saying that the brother is an icon of communion? That means a brother makes present the communion, fraternity. And his life points to the full communion which will be there finally in heaven. So that is why that document Identity and Mission of the Religious Brother says like this: the the brother makes visible in the church the face of brother Christ. Christ is my brother. The priest makes the face of brother Christ. And the brother is a creator of a new brotherhood which Jesus established with his teaching and with his life. That's the meaning of saying that the brother is an icon. In very simple terms, it means wherever a brother is, he creates community, he creates communion. And his life points to the final communion or the kingdom of God or life in heaven. So wherever we are, each one of us has to be assigned an instrument of communion. What does this demand from us? If I am supposed to be an icon of communion. Okay, this is speaking about the faith, but see what it says. This means you must not be arrogant or quarrelsome, but affable, hospitable, sincere in words and heart, prudent and discreet, generous and ready to serve, openness to relationships, a number of things. And then finally it says, today this is one of the most eloquent signs and one of the most effective ways of transmitting the gospel message. What is the meaning of that? That is, if I can create communion and if I am a messenger of communion, that is the best way to preach gospel, to be an evangelizer. And from the secular world, today we have this indication. Just this last month, the American Surgeon General published a document called Our Epidemic of Loneliness and Isolation. In this document, he is saying that one of the most serious sicknesses facing Americans today is loneliness. And it has got very serious consequences. It leads to heart problem for the heart disease. It leads to stroke. It leads to depression, anxiety. It leads to premature death. And loneliness is saying, he says, are smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It is worse than the harm done by smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And it is more harmful than being very fat and doing no physical activity. So loneliness is a real problem in the world today. And so you see how our life is relevant because I am the opposite of that. I am one who builds communion. I am one who vanishes loneliness. That is the meaning of saying I am an icon of communion. So I am very relevant in the world without doing all big things, but just by being a brother. Okay, so that is the first dimension, physical dimension. Now life in the spirit. This dimension deals with the spiritual life. So during the specific formation, the brother reviews his spiritual growth. He tries to become more and more Christ-like. He strengthens his spiritual life through prayer, sacraments, devotion to our Blessed Mother, devotion to the Holy Spirit. He learns to make use of spiritual direction so that he can really serve. He learns to see God in the young people whom he meets. Our last general chapter has been saying that young people are the tabernacles for us. That means Jesus is waiting in the young people to meet us. So I learned to meet Jesus in the youth. and I make my life a constant offering to God. This is what in my spiritual life I focus on living a specific formation. Now, in all this, Don Bosco is our model. See, personal prayer. We know that during the canonization process, it was not very Don Bosco prayer. And very often people say Don Bosco only rather from doing work, really don't pray. But see the testimony, the sole testimony given by Don Rinaldi. I will just read that. He says, this is by Don Rinaldi. In his last years, after having spent the mornings in receiving people of all kinds who are talking to him from everywhere for guidance and receiving his blessing, he would withdraw to his room from 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the superiors would not allow anyone to disturb him at that time. From 2 to 3 in the afternoon, no? But Don Rinaldi says, quite often I approached him precisely in that hour to speak to him. Always and everywhere at that time, I found him in meditation, recollected and with joy in the hands. So what is Rinaldi saying? What Don Bosco praying? Rinaldi is saying that every day he spent 1 hour in personal prayer. But it was not done in the church. Why not in the church? Because in the church you would not have peace. People would be asking him for blessing, to hear his confession, to his advice. And so he would go to his room and he spent every day 1 hour in personal prayer. So long prayer is a Salesian, very, very Salesian. That's the example left us by Don Bosco. Then, Don Bosco's example of regular confession and spiritual direction. That picture that you have is the confessional of Don Capasso, which is there in the Church of Francis of Assisi, where Don Bosco went to Bartolome Garelli. That is the confessional. Now, Don Bosco used to go for confession every week. And he used to make use of spiritual direction all through his life. After his ordination, we are talking about now, earlier also. Father Capasso was his regular confessor from 1841 to 1860. Father Felice Bolcia was his regular confessor from 1860 to 73 because in 60 Capasso died. And when Bolcia died, Giovanni Francesco Giacomelli became his confessor. So, Don Bosco was every week going for confession and also getting spiritual direction. So this is the Salesian spiritual life. Then of course we celebrated the Eucharist every day. I felt so sad the other day because on 24th of this month I did not even celebrate Mass because we are traveling and coming, and then in the evening we just forgot about it. Not 24th of the month. Anyway, this is what Don Bosco says. Father Capasso. Okay, I will not read it, but what he says is, Capasso was my spiritual director. And he says, if I have been able to do any good, I owe to this worthy priest, in whose hands I placed every decision I made, all my study and every activity of my life. So Don Bosco is saying, he is every week going for confession. Don Bosco is saying he is going for spiritual direction. And if I don't have this, then I am not doing Salesian in the spiritual life. Okay, then the third dimension is the intellectual dimension. See, Don Bosco's mission was shown to him in a dream at the age of 9. And if you read the dream, you will see that, Don Bosco sees a group of boys fighting and he jumps into their midst and he beats them and kicks them and so on. and then Jesus appears not and says, not with blows, but you must train them. What is Johnny's reply? Johnny says, but it is impossible, I can't do this. What is Jesus' response? Jesus says, what seems impossible you must achieve by being obedient and by acquiring knowledge. So at the age of 9, he is given this as his life task. You have to acquire knowledge. You have to become proficient in whatever you are going to do. And that is the way for you to help many people. So we are talking about qualification. No, qualification is told to almost at the age of 9. You have to do this. And then we know almost telling the young people, for you I study. For you I study. The first thing. So, Francis the Saints will say that knowledge is the eighth sacrament for a priest and for a religious. There are 7 sacraments, but for a priest and a religious, knowledge is the eighth sacrament. If we are not knowledgeable, we will be harming people, we will be harming souls. We will be giving the wrong advice. So, as somebody said, no, today here, be the best, give the best. So, if you ever feel I must become the best so that I am going to give the best. That is what Johnny is told at the age of 9. You have to acquire knowledge. Okay, then we have the dream of the founders of devils which we discussed this morning. Okay, it is true. What is the significance of the dream of the devils? I am reading the last paragraph there. It says, study and excellence in our field. These are supposed to be our strength. I must become excellent in the field. That is supposed to be my strength. But the devil is very cunning. And the devil can lead us astray precisely through what is to be our strength. That is the problem. It is not that you study, you don't need to study. Study and excellence is needed, but the devil would make use of precisely this. And so we need to be discerning. What is the antidote? Antidote is what Almost says. For you, I study. Purity of intention. Why am I studying? In order to be of service to the enemy. Now, our regulation says that intellectual formation envisaged during specific formation comprises a serious theological, Salesian, and pedagogical formation. So, during specific formation, there should be a serious theological, Salesian, and pedagogical formation. Theological studies are very important for us, for our own faith, and for helping the young people about thousands of questions today. Not only today, always they are. They must be able to answer them. Sometime back I met a young couple returning from Bangladesh. And when they came to know that I was given traveling to the village, they came to know that I was a priest. That young man was telling me like this. Father, we are in Bangladesh, it's a Muslim country. It's a Muslim country. And there are only few of us Catholics. And so the priests come to my house on Sundays and go to have some free time. And the nuncio also comes to my house. And we sit together, we chat, and then we have a meal and so on. They are very happy. And they are ready to spend any amount of time with me. But the moment I ask them some important, serious questions, they will say, oh, it is time for me to go. Oh, I am going to say, I have this one to do there. I have that work to do. I have a mass. Till that time, no problem. They are able to sit, enjoy, talk, eat, everything. But the moment I ask some doubts which I have, immediately no. This is the problem. If we don't form ourselves intellectually, we will never be able to answer the young people who ask us questions. And so for my own faith and for my mission, I am supposed to be an evangelizer. I need intellectual formation. So, what are some of the topics to be done during specific formation? Okay, there are some biblical topics, liturgical themes, morality, elements of pastoral theology, catechetics, social doctrine of the church, theology of consecrated life, Salesian life in its two forms, and the special general chapter note down in 1971, 50 years ago, it said the component that you get in these subjects must be equal to the component that you need that you walk outside in the secular world. That's the level of competence you should acquire here. Okay, so during specific formation, we need theological studies, we need Salesian studies. What are some other things we have already now? The non-work of the form, the two forms of consecrated books. Okay, so there should be a number of classes, courses on the Salesian topics. Then, it should also prepare us with some competence in the social field, an introduction to the complex world of work, technology, and economy. To be able to evangelize the secular world, we are supposed to be there. So I must know what is the church's understanding of work, what is the church's understanding of secularity, secular things. Because I am supposed to immerse myself there. If I have an idea that one work is higher than another work, one work is a mean work, another one is a great work, then I am totally out of sync with the understanding of the church with regard to work. So I need to acquire what the church thinks about Jesus about all this. The fourth dimension is the pastoral and educated dimension. See, the section on formation in our constitution is titled like this: Formed for the mission of pastors and educators. So all our pastors and educated, we are formed, that is our identity, we are formed for this. Now, that word pastor may create a little problem. Because when we say pastor, normally immediately our mind goes to parish priest or a priest or one who preaches the gospel, the Protestant pastor. But that is not the meaning. The meaning here is it means one who cares for the people, especially that spiritual needs. A shepherd, pastor means a shepherd who cares for the sheep. Or this morning we were using the word evangelizer. Better than evangelizer is a shepherd, a pastor. That is the meaning of pastor, not the parish priest pastor. So our brother is supposed to be a pastor, a shepherd to wherever we are. So this means I need to acquire values and attitudes that are necessary for guiding people. Pastoral accompaniment or spiritual accompaniment. But my dear friend, let me tell you, most psychologists tell you today that what brings about the change in people is not the technique you use, not the degree that you have, but the level of your personal relationship. If you are able to relate warmly, without judgment, accepting other people, there, half the healing is done by that, not by the techniques and qualifications we have. We know, I may be a PhD in physics. But nobody may like to sit in my class because I have no communication skills. So, even for guiding and healing and so on, they say what is most important is the ability to relate. And that we can cultivate. Okay, then we need to understand youth ministry, role of the lady in the church, I must learn to work in teams and so on. So, a lot of things are there associated with the pastor. Then the document of the life of the brother says, the brother is a prophet. What's the meaning of a prophet? The understanding of the Bible, a prophet is one who proclaims God's dream for the world. One who proclaims God's word to the world. That is a prophet. A prophet's main work is not to foretell the future. It will happen like this tomorrow. No. The prophet is one who brings God to the world. That is the prophet. And one of the things of the prophet is always counter-cultural. What is the meaning of counter-cultural? Counter-cultural means he goes against the dominant culture. That his life and his mission will proclaim values which are counter to the values of the world. So what does the gospel say? What does the secular world say? Accumulate as much. That is why the prophet is countercultural. And if you are countercultural, whatever the world do to you, they will crucify you, they will kill you. So a prophet is one who proclaims God's dream and one who is countercultural. Okay. A brother is a prophet of hospitality. That means he welcomes the other, the stranger, the foreigner. A brother is a prophet of the meaning of life. He helps the young people to understand the purpose of life. A brother is a prophet of the affirmation of feminine values by valuing women in life and in ministry. A brother is a prophet of life. A brother is a prophet of ecology. Okay, those are ecologies. So many things. Okay, we are not coming to the same order. So these are the four dimensions we spoke about: the physical dimension, spiritual dimension, intellectual dimension, and the pastoral dimension. So specific formation has to look at all these. What is the duration of specific formation? For us brothers, it is recommended at least 2 years. For clerics, it is 4 years. So for us, at least 2 years to become competent, at least for the ministry that we are doing. And what is the place of specific formation? It must be a good community which is able to provide these possibilities. In the congregation now there are 4 recognized Sundays. One is here in Yaoundé, one is in Barcelona in Spain, Spain, Fresco in Mexico, and Madagascar in the Philippines. So these are the 4 main congregations. It can also be done in your province, provided you are able to facilitate all this. Now, because what we said so far is so important, it cannot be done together with the specialization. How about we go through all what we said just now? If I am studying to become an engineer or a technically qualified man, or I am studying spiritual or something. So it cannot be done with the qualification, it has to be done by itself. Okay, then history of letter and art life. So this, all what we said, calls for some requirements. There must be a Salesian congress, there must be a community, there must be planning, animation, you know that. These things cannot come by itself. Okay, we skip that. So in order to guide this, there should be a moratorium which takes care of the theme and so on. Okay. Last 2 slides. Who is the patron for us? Saint Joseph. Saint Joseph is not part of the hierarchical church. He did not have any divine ministry. He was not governing the church. But Saint Joseph had an intense love for Jesus. That is the main dimension. Total love for Jesus. Then he was a spouse and companion of Mary. Relationship, icon of communion. He was a formator of young Jesus, spiritual fatherhood. We are to be formators of young people. Then of course, tender loving, all the other qualities that Saint Joseph had. So he is our patron. Last slide. So the coadjutor brother is a genial creation that sprang out of the great heart of Don Bosco. It is an idea that came to Don Bosco as an inspiration granted by our Blessed Mother Mary, Help of Christians. So that is what Don Bernardi says. We are because our Blessed Mother wanted us. And that is why the congregation is incomplete if there are no brothers. So there is no congregation if there are no brothers. Because that is what our Blessed Mother wanted. So, may our Blessed Mother, who formed Jesus, assist all of us to to form ourselves after the heart of Jesus. In this way, may we continue being for the entire church a living and challenging memory of Jesus who serves, who washes the feet, and who loves to the point of giving his life. Thank you. So we have the questions. The questions I have already sent you in the what you call our WhatsApp group. So you will find each one of us has each group has to do 2 questions. So altogether there are 6 questions. The 3 friendly groups will do 2 questions each. The same questions will be done by the English group. So AMG, so these are the questions there in your WhatsApp. So you can look at the questions that you have read. So I think we have time maybe 4:45 for the group discussion.
À 16h45, nous rejoignons pour le goûter. Après le goûter, on fait le partage des 15 avant de l'étudier.
We need to do discussions. We come for the tea break, and after the tea break, we will find the orders.
I 15 minutes. Okay. Thank you. We will discuss.
Thank you very much.
We will take a point for discussion when we come for unless somebody wants personally to ask, you can come back, please.